print first class. Stop. Question is, if the student has secured 70%, then what will be printed? Only distinction? Yes. What if this condition is checked? 70 is greater than 60? Yes. So will it print first class? No. The reason is, if it is greater than 66, this path is taken and we are out. When we come over here, we are very much sure that the marks are definitely less than 66 and greater than 60. So I am not checking two conditions. Otherwise, condition for first class is greater than or equal to 60 and less than 66. But if you design the flowchart in this way, we don't require that. And while writing the program also, we are required to take the same care. So here, on false, I will check another condition. Average greater than or equal to 50. On true, second class. Otherwise, pass class. Because if average is less than 50, can the student be fail? No. The reason is because count was 0. That's why we are here. So under any circumstances, the average must be greater than 40. In each subject, the student has secured 40 or more, and he has not failed in any subject. So we come to link A. That means when we check this particular condition, average greater than or equal to 50 being false, will indicate that average is greater than 40. We don't have to check it. And even if you check it, that will always be true. This will be the detailed flowchart. Now we are not missing any link. We are not writing any question in English. We are putting it in the mathematical form. Every condition has been put in the mathematical form. Okay, if the student fails in all the subjects, then every time path taken will be like this, and every time counter will be incremented. And there is no shortcut, at least for the time being. Getting it? This particular flowchart doesn't talk anything about the printf statements which will come one after the other. If you want to print it in the mark list form and whatnot, that won't be there. Flowchart we will be drawing only for the processing. While writing this, you will have to say print fail, print ATKT, because that is output box. Whereas here you will have to say read M1, M2, M3, M5. Okay. Drawing the flowchart should be the good habit actually. Without that, at least initially we cannot start with the programs. One should not. If you are directly typing it on the machine and trying it out, then you are likely to make several mistakes because you are not logically thorough with that particular problem. Flowchart is the best possible way by which the logic can be understood. I am not concentrating on the formulation. See, even if I am required to write some program for calculating the interest on the loan amount and calculate how many installments you are required to pay and what is the balance amount, that is all calculation. When are you going to call me a defaulter if I have not paid the installment for 6 months? So in the processing, my job will be to check how many installments are due till today and how many installments you have paid. If the difference in the two is 6 or more, you are a defaulter. Rest all mathematical formulae as how to calculate the interest, what was the installment, etc.